If you don't know anything about it and you ask me about ALSD specifically, it just makes me smile. Like, it has done so much for me as I hope to do for it in the future.
It's been so important to me to have those people side by side over our careers. I want to be able to spread that and get more and more people involved so that they can have that same realization. My name is Chris Bausano. I'm the Director of Premium Sales and Service with the Cincinnati Reds. I have been a member of the Board of Advisors, I think, since 2016, attending ALSD since 2010. So I've been with the Reds for 16 seasons, 3 wonderful children at home that keep me busy when I'm not at the ballpark. And I'm really looking forward to expanding my network within the premium community over the next few years.
I am Bobbi Busboom. My title is Associate AD for Development Operations. I've been at the University of Illinois since 2004 and have been involved with ALSD since 2008. I have 3 degrees from the University of Illinois, and I've been married to my husband Corey for 12 years and have a daughter that is 8.
I enjoy just going out and having fun, and I think every day is a new opportunity to do just that. It's really one of the things I look forward to every day is to get out of bed and come into the office. I've always said that this job and this industry really is very unpredictable, and I've liked that aspect of it throughout, and I think it lends to that desire to get up and get going every day.
Okay, follow up. Are you an extrovert?
No. There's definitely some aspects and some times where I can go the other way.
Okay, flip the coin, Bobbi. You have to be an extrovert. Have you taken the DISC test? Tell me you're an extrovert.
I don't think I am.
This is like the friendliest industry there is, and you both are claiming to be introverts. I'm not sure what got you into the industry, but all right, we'll let that one fly. What motivates you, Bobbi?
Unpredictability, part of this industry is like what I live for, but what I strive for, I think, is perfection. And I think that's what keeps me going. And it's such a challenge in this industry to try to have everything perfect in the way you planned it and everything. And I think that's what keeps me going day to day, because it's basically never going to happen. And that keeps me coming back the next day. So this one, I enlisted the help of my daughter, and it's a weird, obscure one. So I have a thing, this came from my dad. My dad always said that he wanted to go to work every day wearing a tie. And so he was a teacher. And I kind of like put that as a mental note. And when I graduated from college, I'm like, man, I want to have something. Obviously, I'm not going to wear a tie, a blazer. So I said, I want to wear a blazer as often as I can. So we counted blazers this morning, and I am the proud owner of 90 of them.
I was going to say, they're orange and blue. I don't know if I've ever seen you
I have other colors.
I don't know, Bausano, can you top that one?
I actually played the violin for 16 years. Started when I was 3, went all the way through 19 years old. I played at Disneyland, played multiple concerts in many different places. I mean, it's something that I haven't done in a long time, so please do not ask me to join anybody on stage. My father was a professor at Miami University for 40-ish years in the music department, and so music has always been very much a part of my life, and my contribution, so to speak, was on the violin side.
Sam Day in the background is smiling right now because he does have a partner in crime at the next ALSD to perform. So we know you said no, but I twisted your arm into this. So.
I will continue to say no.
Mentioned this earlier, my dad was a Hall of Fame high school football coach for 28 years in the town that we grew up in. So he was definitely a mentor. He passed away 2 years ago, but continues to live within me to make myself a better person. His work ethic was like no other. I would put him against anyone. So yeah, he would definitely be my mentor and idol as I was growing up.
You know, I got into sports with the hope of getting into broadcasting. So a lot of the people that I looked up to as a child were the Marty Brennemans, the Al Michaels, those types of broadcasters that came into people's homes each and every night. I think I take that approach in a lot of what I do. I feel such a connection to the industry as a whole. I think I have told and I've spoken to a lot of people over the years that the network in this industry is so invaluable. And the moment that you can start building on that will pay dividends in your career throughout its entire time span, really. I just want to grow the ALSD membership, the interest and the support of it, because it's been so important to me and to my growth, not just professionally, but personally, I went to my first one, like I mentioned, in 2010, New York City, by the way. Met people there that I consider close friends today, and that blew my mind to have that level of connection. And it's been so important to me to have those people side by side over our careers. I want to be able to spread that and get more and more people involved so that they can have that same realization.
Love this organization so much. Honestly, like if you don't know anything about it and you ask me about ALSD specifically, it just makes me smile. Like it has done so much for me as I hope to do for it in the future. It really gave me the confidence in an industry where like I was stepping into it in 2008 with zero experience. We at Illinois had never had premium seating and we were building it from the ground up, quite literally. And I didn't know which way I was going. It gave me the confidence as I came back that I knew what I was talking about after talking to people, not only in the college roundtables, but also on the pro levels too. And I think that was one of those things that year after year, you came back with a little more confidence, a little more, I know what I'm talking about and we're doing the right things, or I need to lead this change because it's not working anymore. And I have some entity to back me up on it. There's so much to learn.
Let's have a little fun. What fictional family would you most like to join?
Can I say Cheers as a fictional family?
Yeah. But are you just sitting around the bar with like your friends?
Yeah.
Okay, Bobbi.
This is going to show the age of my daughter. I would pick Bluey.
Oh, I love Bluey.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Hands
didn't.
down.
You should have said it in an Australian accent, though.
No.
That would have been even better if you had tried. And what's the best thing you've got going in your life at the moment, and you can't say ALSD president role?
It's got to be my kids. They're at an age that is insanely fun. I have a son who's almost 13 and twin girls. I coach all of them in their various athletic endeavors. To be with them in that type of an environment with their friends and competing, it really is something that I look forward to.
My daughter, she's 8 right now and starting to have an interest in, like, she's been tagging along for different things in Illinois athletics for her literal entire life. So now she's starting to enjoy it and getting to know, names on the jerseys and who they are and coaches and really starting to want to go to the games.
What has taken you the longest to get good at or decent at?
I have a vivid memory of saying to my cube mate selling minor league hockey tickets that I do not want to have a career in sales. And 20 years later, plus, here I am still on the sales and service side. But, honestly, it's something that I learn every day. And even though I'm not necessarily beating the streets or hammering the phones anymore relative to the sales side of things like that, that is one thing that took a while, mainly because I kind of had that mental block over even wanting to do it in the first place.
People are born hunters and some are made into hunters. Yeah. Love it.
Creativity is one for me that I struggle with, and it's mostly because I don't think I take the time, and that sounds backwards, I know, but I think I get going on lists and here's all I have to do, and I don't actually sit down and let myself think and be creative. So that's one that I'm still working on. I'm getting better at it.
Texting or talking?
Text, for sure.
Yeah, text. Favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Darn it, Friday. I was trying to think of something new.
Listen, you don't have to say different answers, but you still have to go to work on Friday. I mean, I don't disagree, but I think I'd put Saturday up there. But I do have a funny story. It's not a funny story. It's one of the what you have to work on. Oh well, yeah, some of us do, I guess. Well, you two do. I don't. I just coach. But they have a saying about Monday that it should be in the Olympics because it comes around so fast. I'll be here all day, folks.
I like that.
Thank you very much. Okay, last song that you downloaded.
My literal last song that I downloaded was Taylor Swift. But I've heard enough about her in the last days that I can't right now. I'm very happy about Travis and Taylor. I really am here for it though. But another one would be Kids Bop. Again, holy mom answer. It's the only way I can listen to music in the car.
We're cutting this whole
It was
section.
about, Bobbi, just so you know, even if this does get caught, it was I think 2 years ago, so my girls are 10, and when they got a little bit past 8 is when I finally was able to remove that from my favorites.
Favorite junk food?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Ice cream. Is that junk food?
Yes, of course it is.
Pretend it's healthy. Dairy.
In whose world is it healthy? Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
No, how about it?
Depends on if they bite the head off.
Okay, and that's where we're at, folks.